So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself. Brianna, you are on the top of my screen. So I'm going to start with you, if that's okay. Can you just let everybody know what you do and what you're passionate about?
Thank you so much, Michelle. Kia ora, everyone. My name is Brianna. I do climate change work, and so I have been doing this work for 12 years now. So I started as a little kid who started an environmental group, and so it was really like one of those exactly that actually those moments where I saw something that I wanted to change, and it was just in my primary school, and I thought I want to do something. So me and like my friends, and we were all 11 years old at the time, just started a group, and that's how I got into climate work. And I still do climate work till this day with an amazing group called the Pacific Climate Warriors that are a youth-led organization that does climate resilience work in the Pacific Islands, but we also have groups in the Pacific diaspora in Australia and New Zealand and America. So it's so nice to be with you all tonight.
Amazing. Thank you, Brianna. Robert, let's go to you.
Kia ora, everybody. Robert Hollis, my whānau's from Ngāti Porou, East Coast Gisborne. Grew up in a small little town called Waipiro Bay. We had 26 people in it, which was pretty massive, and then grew up on a farm in Dargle till I was 4, Fiji till I was 8, and then I don't know, Christchurch, and then I was living in Auckland for the last 10, 12 years, which was super cool. I had a couple of companies which I built and exited. One of them was a video production content creative agency, which I exited to Saatchi & Saatchi about 4 years ago, and then built out New Zealand's largest network of entrepreneurial shared workspaces in Auckland. We had 10 different locations around, and it was pretty awesome to be able to help support a bunch of the tech startup scene. And then been on the board of New Zealand High Tech, NZ Tech, High Tech Awards, judging with Michelle and the crew. And then I have a little radio show I do with Today FM, a little TV show thing I'm doing with the PGA Tour, a bunch of investments and advisory and all sorts of cool stuff. And I have this overarching belief of New Zealand wins when New Zealanders win. So I'm very passionate about trying to help more other Kiwis do well and do better, because I failed high school, couldn't get into university, have no degrees, pretty much no qualifications, and I'm an HR nightmare. So that's pretty much how I roll. So I really appreciate the time for rolling the dice and bringing me in here with such an amazing panel. So I really appreciate it.
But also a casual snowboarder, just casual, right?
Yeah, casual. Previous life before I put on the COVID kgs, got bald, fat, and old. But yes, I was a professional snowboarder, so I got to travel the world, and I ended up getting a silver medal at the World Finals. So previous life was professional snowboarder, and then before that as well, I played basketball and soccer for New Zealand also. So definitely into the sport, and then transitioned to business. And now I've got 2 daughters, 3 and 4, and I been doing the present dad thing. That's been very, very awesome. So I'm enjoying life right now, and it's been awesome to get back to New Zealand too. But I'm currently in Silicon Valley, San Francisco.
Perfect. Thank you. And Bharat, tell us a little bit about you.
Thank you. Excuse my voice. I'm just, as I said before, recovering from a sickness. Kia ora, ko Bharat toku ingoa. So my name is Bharat, and I'm a nurse by trade. So trained in health, and then decided to do my nursing. Did a little bit of general nursing, found it too boring, and found my passion in mental health nursing, and then kind of specialized in mental health. Then I thought to myself, I want to do more with just not being a nurse. So got into leadership. I guess that was my personal challenge, because every time I would like kind of apply for roles in leadership as a nurse lead or anything, people would always say that, oh, you have to be at least 50 before you can, become a leader in nursing world and health world. And so I made a personal point that I'm going to break that kind of, and make it happen and show that things can happen. So yeah, got into leadership, and I'm currently living in Tauranga Moana in beautiful Bay of Plenty. And I'm kind of responsible for rolling out the integrated primary mental health program, which in short means that you can go to your GP, and if you are, feeling either depressed or anxious, or just things are not right in your life, you could just see a health improvement practitioner who's a trained mental health professional and will talk to you. And it's not just for mental health. We all know mental and physical health, it's hand in hand. So yeah, I'm responsible for doing that. I'm also quite I take part in a lot of activism in regards to LGBTQ community, being a very loud, out and proud gay man. So I've done some work in the LGBTQ community as well, and just really grateful to be on the panel today.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And as you can see, we have panelists who literally stand up for what they believe in every single day.